Brewster Cattlehawk. Brewster Cattlehawk, he's not a coward, he's not a hawk. This sports speak with that Brewster Cattlehawk, he's not a coward, he's not a hawk. No, it's sports speak with that Brewster Cattlehawk. Sports speak, Brewster Cattlehawk, sports speak, Brewster Cattlehawk, Brewster Cattlehawk, and this is sports speak.
Well, hello there, everybody out there. I'm Brewster Cattlehawk, and this is Sports Speak. Now, it has been a very long time since I have been on the internet, but something very important is happening, you see. We are going into the brand new season of the NFL. And I thought it only right that I take my time with you all and give you my predictions for the brand new season of the NFL. That's right. We're going into the 2025-2026 NFL season, and next February of 2026 will be Super Bowl 60. Oh, that's outrageous. But here we go with my predictions. Let's go over the standings first, shall we? In the AFC East, I've got the Buffalo Bills with an 11-6 record. Then, I've got the New England Patriots with a 9-8 record. And then after them, I've got the Miami Dolphins with an 8-9 record. And then, wouldn't you believe it? The basement dwellers, the cellar dwellers themselves, the New York Jetty Planes, at a 7-10. Well, look out, because I think that Fields fella's going to surprise me. All right, so then we go into the AFC North. In the AFC North, I've got the Cincinnati Bengals with a 13-4 record. Oh, that's right, they will lead all of the NFL in the record. Then, in second, I've got the Baltimore Ravens with a 12-5 record. Now, some of y'all think I'm Looney Tunes for switching them around. It should be the other way around. Just stop it. They're 12-5. That's pretty good. Okay, next, I've got a very surprising Pittsburgh Steelers team with a 7-10 record. You might be saying that's not a winning record. You would be correct. They got a really good coach who's never had a losing record, but this is going to be his first losing record season. And then finally, we have the Cleveland Browns with a 1-16 record. That's pretty awful, I admit, but so are they. What can you say? They're a bad team. Really, really awful in every way. Okay, then we've got the AFC West. And this is an interesting little... I skipped over the South. Shame on me. All right, the AFC South. This one is interesting as well, but for the wrong reasons, because it's like the crappiest division in all of the NFL. Leading off, I got the Houston Texans with a 10-7 record. Then, I've got the Jacksonville Jaguars with a 10-7 record. No, 8-9. It's getting late, and I've had almost no caffeination in approximately 14 minutes. Anyway, Indianapolis Colts are next, and they're going to go 6-11. But if you think that's crazy, wait till you hear about the Tennessee Titans, because they're also going to go, you guessed it, a 6-11. Okay, finally, in the AFC we have now the West. And that's going to be led by the Kansas City Swifties. And you know what? Say what you will about the shenanigans of upcoming marriage of a certain tight end and a certain global phenomenon known as the Taylor Swift. It has nothing to do with my prediction. It's just is what it is, and they're still a good team. And that's why the Chiefs will be 12-5. Then the Chargers. Look out, Chargers. They're going to have a good season, and I happen to think that little Herbert's going to come back and do some damage, and that's why I got them at 11-6. Now, the Denver Broncos are going to surprise some folks. They're getting down and dirty and nitty and gritty, like a certain dirt band you might have heard of. They're going to be 10-7. Oh, yeah. Then, the Las Vegas Raiders, much improved, will sit at 8-9, respectable. Okay, so we've gone over the AFC. Now it's time for the NFC. All right, so the NFC is going to be like this. We're going to start off with the East now, okay? And in the East, you got the Washington Commanders. That's right. They're going to be 11-6. But hold on. What about the defending Super Bowl champion, Philadelphia Flying Machines of the Eagles, soaring across the sky? Don't worry. Also 11-6, okay? Then we got a very interesting team. You might know them as America's team. Ain't that funny, because they're going 5-12. Ain't gonna need to talk about them no more. Then the Giants, sitting down at the bottom again at 3-14. And how about the NFC North? Well, as much as I, a Chicago Bears fan, hate to say it, they picked up a final piece that just might take them over the top. And that's right, that's why I have the Green Bay Cheeseheads themselves leading off the division at 12-5. But let's slow it down a tittle a bit here, 'cause right behind them, I got my Chi-Town Bears with a brand new head coach is put a whooping on all them players real good, getting them all together, getting them all feisty, but at the same time providing the right amount of spicy camaraderie in the clubhouse, and that's what you want to see. So they're going 10-7. And then after that, I have the Detroit Lions, who have kind of said bye-bye to some of their coaches, but that's just the way business goes. And unfortunately, that's going to knock them right out of playoff contention late in the season. They're going 9-8. After the Lions, I've got the Minnesota Vikings. And you're saying, wait a second, they're still real good. I get it. But they got to play the Packers, the Bears, and the Lions, so they're going 6-11. All 6 wins outside the division. They're getting shut out in their own division, starting with the Bears game season. I mean, week 1, I'm sorry, I need caffeination. It's been like 19, 20 minutes at least since I've had caffeination. All right. Okay. We're going now to the NFC South. And down there in the South, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Surprising team out there. Well, I tell you what, they're going 10-7. Then, the Atlanta Falcons. They're going to go 8-9, okay? Followed up by the Carolina Panthers at 5-12. Typical crap season for the Panthers, whatever. But now, this is atypical for this following team, but they have found a lack of any kind of playability and playmakers. Olave excluded, maybe, I don't know. But the New Orleans Saints at 4-13, I'm sorry, they got like no one. It's crazy. Okay. Rounding out the NFC, we head out west, and then we find ourselves in a little place called Arizona. And wouldn't you know it, Kyler's got his machine back. And that machine is his arm. And that guy, he can throw real good. So they're going 11-6. And that's going to surprise some people out there. But look out, Arizona. Okay, then after that, we've got the San Fran 49ers. Everybody's saying they're going to go all the way this year. And they say that every year about the 49ers. Look, they're good. They got a lot of weaponry. But the problem is the aforementioned Arizona and some other stuff. So they're going 10-7. And if I may, and I may tell you this, that the LA Rams are 9-8. And this is the only division that doesn't have a team with a losing record, but just a lot of competition as usual. It's always the most competitive. Outside of like the NFC North, it's like always the most competitive division like every year. So the Seattle Seahawks are also 9-8. Well, I took you all the way through the division prediction, and if you don't mind, I am now gonna move my notes. Because believe it or not, I do not have these memorized in my head brain noggin. So next up, we have the playoff seeding. Wouldn't you like to know that as well? Oh, yeah, you would. Okay. So in AFC, we got the Cincinnati Bengals. And they're going 13-4, and they've got the best record in the NFL. And wouldn't you believe it? Ranked number 1. Then ranked number 2. And they get the first round bye, so they don't have to play the wild card round at all. Isn't that great? Okay, next we have the Kansas City Chiefs at 12-5. They're ranked number 2. Then we've got the Buffalo Bills at 11-6, ranked number 3. All right, well, at number 4, it's the crap division, but you got to have somebody at the top of the heap of the crap, and that's going to be the Houston Texans with a record of 10-7 at the 4 seed. Okay? And then look at this. At number 5, I've got the Baltimore Ravens at 12-5, but a 5 seed. All right. The LA Chargers at number 6 with an 11-6 record. And then the Denver Broncos at 10-7, and they have a 7 seed. Okay? Now, let's go over to the NFC. And here I have the Green Bay Packers, number 1, first round bye, and they have a 12-5 record. The number 2 team in the NFC is the Washington Commanders at an 11-6 record. All right. Then the Arizona Cardinals, ranked number 3, 11-6. Okay. Then the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they are going 10-7, and so they are ranked number 4. Okay, and then at number 5, I have the Philadelphia Eagles, and they are at 11-6. Then at number 6, my Chicago Bears. Oh, they're going 10-7. And at number 7, I have the San Fran 49ers. All right. So those are your seeding. And I'm now going to tell you who's going to win all those matchups. And then I'm going to tell you who's going to get in that Super Bowl. I didn't move that very well. Oh, man. My goodness. All right. This is just not working. All this paper rattling around in the background. I'm going to have to go like this and kind of read like this. So please mind my business. All right. Denver Broncos will defeat the Kansas City Chiefs in the first round, which is the wild card round. And we're talking about the AFC wild card round, mind you. Okay, then, if we go on to the next matchup, we're going to have the Buffalo Bills beating, that's right, the LA Chargers. And Baltimore Ravens will beat easily Houston Texans. Okay, so that is the wild card round in the AFC. Then we move on to the divisional round of the AFC, and we have Cincinnati defeating Denver Broncos. Okay, we also have the Buffalo Bills defeating the Baltimore Ravens. Yeah, it's going to happen. So that introduces us now to the AFC Conference Championship game matchup between the Buffalo Bills and the Cincinnati Bengals. And wouldn't you know it, the Buffalo Bills will win and move on to Super Bowl 60. Okay, that's AFC side. Let's now move to the NFC side. In the NFC, in the wild card round, we will see the Washington Commanders defeat the San Francisco 49ers. Then, the Chi-Town Bears, by a miracle, whatever, will defeat the Arizona Cardinals. And then, the Philadelphia Eagles, defending champs, will get a victory, and they will defeat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Then we move on to the divisional round of the NFC, and I have, in that round, the Green Bay Packers defeating my poor Chicago Bills. Mind you, I will cry a little bit after that game, and I will get over it just knowing that the Bears' time is coming right around that corner. But we move on to the Washington Commanders defeating the defending champions. That's right, I said that just now. The Washington Commanders will defeat the Eagles and move on to that conference championship game. All right, in that conference championship game, we will have Green Bay defeating the Washington Commanders. And wouldn't you know it, the Green Bay Cheeseheads victoriously move on to Super Bowl 60. And the matchup of a lifetime for so many will be the Green Bay Packers. I'm sorry, have a moment. I got it all out of my system. Versus the Buffalo Bills. And the Buffalo Bills will be victorious in Super Bowl 60. They will beat, that's right, the Buffalo Bills will beat the Green Bay Packers in what many will consider to be one of the craziest Super Bowls of all time. They will beat them 37-35. Okay, I have been Brewster Cattlehawk all my life, and I still am Brewster Cattlehawk. And this has been Sports Speak. Join me at the end of every final game of the week, which will probably be on a Monday night. So I probably post these on a Tuesday. So look out for these little posts every Tuesday. Sports Speak with me, Brewster Cattlehawk. And I will give you a nice little rundown of the scores from the NFL. See you next time.